Okay. What's up, Rap Yardigans and Rap Yardigets and Rap Yardigitties? Um, sorry, that was weird. Today we have a very special guest who's an artist from New York who's now based in Detroit. Please welcome. There we are. I'll wait for him to get his camera straight. Wait for him to get his camera straight. All right, hold on. Well, hold on one second. This show is brought to you by da 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 da. My merch. Rap Yard Podcast merch is available if you go to tinyurl.com/RYMERCH. Also by Freestyle 101, a hip hop history, directed by Frank Meyer, the former series on the G4 network, Freestyle 101. This documentary includes a bunch of really cool freestyles and footage from the show, as well as otherwise from artists such as Ari the Rugged Man, Be Real, Ice T, Open Mike Eagle, Micah Nine, Pete Rock, MOP, The Game. It's narrated by Chuck D. It's just like a who's who, Sean Price, Razcast, and many more. So go check that out. It's on Amazon and other streaming services today. If you like hip hop, you'll love Freestyle 101, a hip hop history. So let's go ahead and bring our guest on if I can operate this contraption. There we go. Please welcome PCs.
Yo, what up? What up? Sorry
I,
about those little technical difficulties. I didn't know
I'm
what was
sorry. I
happening.
have some every episode in the beginning. It's weird.
Mhm.
Well, it's not weird. It's just me. But so
What up?
you just dropped an album, right?
Yeah, I just released a record in the end of August. Yep.
Yeah,
Tinfoil Hat Facts Volume 2.
volume two. So there was a volume one, right?
There was. I released that earlier in 2024 in December, the end of the year. So
Okay.
that was the first of the run. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. It's my thing is glitching.
Mhm.
So this album came out. Some of the titles of your songs I was just skimming through are very like sort of controversial, button pushing kind of stuff. I don't know what the
Yeah,
right word is.
Yeah, I think that would be the right words,
Button
that you're
pushing. Yeah.
using. A lot of people don't think always the same way. People have
Right. Of
different ways
course.
of looking at things. And right now, a lot of the things that I talk about is controversial, not the expected type of controversial, that you would originally think when people are saying controversial. But
Yeah. So just as an example, um, let's see. This is from your 2015 album, I believe. Oh my goodness, it deleted all my notes. Oh, that's great. This keeps doing this to me. All right, I gotta look it up because I don't want to say them wrong. Jeez, embarrassing.
no, you're good.
I
I
got weird.
didn't even know. I didn't even know if it was gonna work. If I was gonna be able to get on here. Thankfully, my wife, she helped me out.
Yeah, your wife is a pretty big help to you, right?
Yeah, she is definitely. She's a great friend of mine.
Yeah, that's dope. I think it's important to be friends in a relationship. That's like
Yeah.
kind of the foundation of everything. Um, so and if we can, if you're comfortable with it, talking about what happened to you, is it 2002?
Yeah, that was the first incident. Well, one of the first incidents. I broke my neck. I was in a car accident,
Yeah.
and I released a song about it. Actually, it was the first time I really dug into it. But in 2024 on volume 1, I released a song called December 4th, 2002, and that was the first time I really went all in and talked about the accident I was in. But I broke my neck in 4 places, my back in 4 places. I had a traumatic brain injury. I
Jeez.
was in a coma for 21 days, and I woke up on Christmas, and that ended up having a halo in my head. And when I was waking up, I always forget to mention this part, so I guess you're blessed to hear it. I actually had a halo in my head, like I was saying, but when I was woke up out of my coma,
Mhm.
I pulled it out.
Oof. Ugh.
Yeah,
Mm.
and they had to put it back in, and it was, that's what happened.
For those who don't know, the halo is screwed into your skull.
Yes,
So,
like four different, two in the front and like two in the back.
ouch.
Yes.
uh, a lot of people I've talked to report waking up from comas where they start just like pulling stuff out and ready to jump up and leave because they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's how it was. And I was 17.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I was
that's
17.
rough.
So it was crazy, but that happened in 2002, like we're saying,
Mm,
and I healed from that pretty quick. It was not like normal. I was paralyzed for a moment,
mm,
but I had to learn how to walk, talk, eat, sleep, shit, everything. Doctors were telling me, and I just dropped out of high school actually, and I was
oh wow.
working a full-time job. And thankfully, I had good car insurance at the
Mhm.
time, and doctors were telling me that I wasn't going to be able to make music anymore. And this is me when I'm like 17. So,
Yeah,
and I'm not really going to be able to play video games anymore or just do the
everything you love.
regular.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, but with some recovery, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech, and just things like that that I was doing, I came together quick. By a year later, I would say that I was able, well, quicker than a year, I was able to walk again,
Yeah.
and but by a year later, you wouldn't even know. I met my wife in 2009. Now that's
Oh,
seven
okay.
years later, but she wouldn't even have known if it was in that accident, unless
Really?
I told her, yeah.
So you're mobile again? Like,
See, it's crazy.
oh, that's you had some other incidences. Yeah.
Yeah, I was mobile
Wow,
for a long time, perfectly fine. I could run, do everything. I was rocking mics all over the country,
that's
touring
incredible though that you were
New
able to do that.
England.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in 2002, um, it was a regular day that we had, and we went to stores. Oh yeah, 2022. I'm sorry. In
Okay.
2022, 20 years later, like almost exactly, it was on November 17th. Um, we came home, we were chilling, and then I started to have bad back pain, and I asked my wife to rub my back, and she was doing it, and it just wasn't. I knew something was really wrong.
Yeah.
So after a couple of times, I told her we have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
We have to go. She didn't really think it was that serious at first, but then I took the keys, and I started the car, and I was like, "We're going." We were driving to the hospital, but I started to not be able to clap my hands together or feel my hands.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we decided we were gonna pull over at a what is it called? An urgent care. So we pulled over, called the ambulance. The ambulance got there quick. By the time they got there, I couldn't even get out of the car, walk
Dang.
anymore. I got taken to the hospital, and they thought I had a cyst on my neck that needed to be drained. So they took me in to do that in the surgery, emergency surgery at the University of Michigan. They asked me where I wanted to go,
Mhm.
and I have some experience with there. And but they took me in to drain the cyst, but they found out that it wasn't a cyst. I had an actual tumor
Oh,
that was entangled in my spinal cord,
jeez.
and it was actually a cancerous tumor.
Oh no.
So they went out and told my wife all that, and so they had to do that surgery. And because of the surgery, thankfully they did a good job. But I've been a quadriplegic now since coming up on 3 years. November 17th will be 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been in a wheelchair. There's been a lot of recovery. I'm very, very high functioning, and
Mhm.
I'm just haven't plateaued yet. My therapists are saying and all that. So there's a lot of hope for me, but it's just a lot of continuous pain, and
Ooh,
it's just
yeah,
really it's pretty shitty
yeah.
a
That's
lot
a
of the time.
mild way to put it. Um, the so you were talking about plateau,
Yeah.
meaning that you get to a point in your recovery where you can't really get any better, kind of, sort of. It's
Yes,
just maintenance.
exactly. And I have not reached there yet, and it's pretty crazy. My hands. When I was in the hospital, they said my diagnosis was I was in Asia A. So I was only going to be able to use my head, and I couldn't. My
Oh,
wife's, yeah. But things changed. I've had some surgeries over the past couple months too, because my right arm was like stuck into my side.
yeah, yeah.
And then we just had a surgery done where it was my bicep. They extended something, and the surgeon said that it was a miracle because now I can just do
Wow.
everything. And then they just did my hand. They reconstructed my thumb, and they removed my knuckles actually and
Wow.
replaced them with silicone knuckles. So my knuckles are gone and I have silicone knuckles.
Okay.
Yeah, but I haven't plateaued. I haven't
That's
plateaued. I'm still working. I'm busting my ass. It's a lot of. I have full sensation all over my body. Now, people
that's good.
hear paraplegic, quadriplegic, they think things are numb.
Yeah, it
You
varies.
can't
Yeah,
feel it. But that's not for me at all.
that's
Quadriplegic means all four of your limbs have been, damaged of some
right.
sort. You have difficulty using them. But
Yeah, yeah. Um, I had something, but I lost it. So I guess that's a good and a bad thing because then you're able to feel pain too, right?
yeah, that's a good thing, but where I'm at right now, I'm hypersensitive. So I
Ugh,
feel like I'm just like some crazy type of being that feels everything. Even like in my wheelchair, if I'm driving next to something, if my foot comes within like 6 inches of something that
mm,
I'm gonna hit it, my body like just turns on these like
wow.
spider senses,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
For real, it's very bizarre.
That's interesting.
And yeah, and you can't turn them off or turn them on or know when it's gonna happen really. But my with that no plateau that's happening right now is a lot of things are coming back. And right now, currently, I had it today. I was at physical therapy, and we've used these e-stem things that you attach to you that are like patches that have frequencies run through them.
Yeah.
But they have this newer one that's actually goes right to your spine. And like I was in there and I have a stand-up wheelchair too, and my legs just move all over the place. It's
Oh,
crazy. They
that's
were
like a
talking a lot about that, but
yeah, that's all right. I mean,
uh,
the is that like a TENS machine, like the little stickers with the
yeah, it's
yeah,
more towards what they do for me is
your
through my
nerves?
legs and my back and
Okay.
like right in my where my hips meet in the front.
Yeah.
So two spots there, that's what they've been doing. And they're telling me today in my therapist's words that I am one of the top tiers of this new thing that they're doing with this
Mm,
because the results are coming back huge for me. And
that's
it's not
awesome.
like this for everybody.
Right.
So that plateau, I don't know where I'm gonna be and what's gonna happen, if I'm gonna walk, if I'm gonna. So that messes with my mind a lot too, especially
Yeah.
coming from this one time already. So
Yeah. Right. Right. And then being, so successful for so long, 20 years. I mean, I'm sure it took
yeah,
some years to
there were
get.
some other things. It's actually because of my accident, my traumatic brain injury, and everything. In what year was it? 2020? No, in 2017, actually. Ironic enough, November 17th,
It's the same date.
2017,
Yeah.
2017, I actually had a bunch of seizures
Oh my
and
god.
got diagnosed with epilepsy. So then 5 years later to the date, all that happened, but that was due to the accident as well. So
It's
I've
just
been through
residual.
a lot of stuff,
Yeah. So, I guess I mean, I didn't realize, and I'm sure other people don't, that, like, if you have an accident, even just, like, the physical not physical, I don't know, just, like, the resulting injuries, they can have a long-lasting effect that, follows you through your life. So,
Which is crazy, especially having the traumatic brain injury at 17. But it was good because I was so young that I was able to develop more,
yeah,
I
your
guess.
body's more yeah,
But I bounced back like a rubber ball for real from just learning how to enhance my craft, which definitely has been, it's still just, I'm making music, I'm working on a whole nother record right now, and it's just crazy what I'm
yeah.
doing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you definitely you definitely can spit because I was, like I said, checking out your music. So, you think
Thank
that
you.
influenced, your kind of drive or your work ethic also? Or
Well, I'm sorry, can you repeat that, please?
oh, I was saying, did you think your injuries and what you've been through, like, physically had an impact on your drive as far as music goes?
Um, I guess it would have to be just because that's the way that I'm living my life and it all pieces together. And the mind that I have, thankfully, is what am I gonna do? Quit, And
Yeah,
this is the hand that I'm dealt. I'm a very faithful man, very big spiritually. I don't want to say religious because I'm not religious. I'm very
okay,
spiritual. And when I mean that though, it still is like Bible orientated,
okay.
spirituality, but I'm not,
Christian Bible, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that?
I said Christian Bible or just
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the King James, very much so, very much so. I have I go about a couple different things a little differently by like how people call Jesus, you know what I mean? I now through my spirituality and the levels that I've been through, I decided to call him Yahusha,
okay,
just seeing how that is Hebrew name for him, and Hebrew is the very first language that was dated back. So that was the very first name that people called him was Yahusha. So,
okay.
I'm just a little different.
You're kinda, like, you're making your own faith system, not really necessarily making your own, but you don't subscribe to any certain one.
It's spirituality. It's just the base of the Bible, and you know what I mean. Yeah, pretty, just a connection, and it's the Father, which is, or Yahuwah, which is God, Jesus, Yahusha, and then the Spirit, which is Rauk, and these are all in Hebrew terminology. So
I
I
got
just figure with all these names in different ways people call them, why not go back to the
yeah,
very beginning, what he was called from the beginning?
yep.
And
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, and I don't celebrate. I wasn't always brought up. I wasn't brought up like this or anything, but like the main holidays and things like that, I've stopped celebrating with my family.
Like
So
Christmas.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
And
it's so commercial now anyways, it's kinda lost a lot of its
yeah, and
original
it's
meaning.
all pagan holidays. You know what I mean? They are
Yeah,
all.
pagan, yeah. Um, so on that note, and it makes me think of, like, so do you put a lotta, value, I guess, in words, you're a rapper, but also what you were talking about, the original name of Jesus and stuff like that. Um, a lot of the 5 percenters, put a lot of value on words and calculations, like mathematics, as they say, stuff like that. You
And
kind
I'm not perfect.
of nobody is but Jesus,
Yeah.
that's what they say.
Yeah.
But, do you kinda look for things like that? Because it's kinda sorta I don't wanna say this the wrong way. It kinda sorta ties into the whole conspiracy theory thing because a lot of times people will look for context clues and things like that.
Well, it is all about that,
Yeah,
and 100% I would say their spirituality is connected to the quote unquote conspiracy way
right.
because even in the Bible, it says the most important thing is the truth. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? And a
Right.
lot of things have been died down and hidden, and indoctrination plays such a humongous part in our society. And it has always that, yeah.
Yeah. Talking about
Um, we own, I'm not sure if you know, but I own, my wife and I, we run the tinfoil hat factory, right?
I was gonna yep, I gotta
Oh,
pull
I'm
the
sorry.
frame
I'm
here.
no
No, no, no,
shit.
no, no, you're good. I'm glad you brought it up.
Uh,
Pull this down here, get this out of my face.
yeah,
Uh,
that look up hat was released with my tinfoil hat bags volume one. We
okay.
did that, and yeah.
So this kind of ties into what I was trying to say earlier, but I lost my notes about the titles of your songs. Um, so I like the hat. I like the
Thank
hat.
you.
Yeah.
We
I
have
might.
like 27 or 30 different sizes and styles all together.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, thank you.
Um, so yeah, chemtrails falling from the sky.
And that's
Uh,
based off of one of my songs, The
right.
Ones That Ride, Part Two. Yeah.
Earth is not a globe. So you are of the flat Earth community.
Oh, I wouldn't say the flat Earth community, but yeah, yes, yes, the flat Earth community, not the flat. I'm sorry, I
The
misunderstood
the
you. The
train of
flat
thought.
Earth,
Yeah. That,
no, the flat Earth community for sure. I'm a big part of that.
okay. I know there's a few other prominent artists that are into that. Uh so what at what point did you kind of like subscribe to that that was the case?
Oh man, 2015. What year was that, baby? Yeah, 2017.
Mhm.
When things really changed a big deal. It wasn't flat Earth. I had this huge spiritual awakening
Okay.
actually, and I was at an AA meeting, matter of fact, and I heard this preacher talking to this guy, and they were talking about Jesus being God, and I asked, well, how is he? And then it doesn't matter. Anyway, I realized that that was the case, and I talked to my cousin about it, and it was felt like this is water hit me. But
Yeah.
since then, I started really looking into my wife a little bit, definitely a lot more ahead of it than I was,
Yeah.
but with vaccinations and the food and chemtrails and everything. And I started making music about it right then. That's when things changed, when my music changed.
Okay. So that wasn't really like central to your music when you first came out.
No, not it wasn't at all.
Okay.
Like my prior music before 2017 was not really. It was, I've always been a spiritual artist, knowing about things. I'm very aware, and 2017, just the way I looked at things, and it just started changing.
Mm.
And my wife actually tried to tell me, "Oh, I think the earth is flat." And I was like, "Hold on, I can't deal with this right now. Give me a second. I'm doing all
Yeah.
this other stuff. I just released this song, Poison.
Mm.
I recorded it out in Boston, but it was a very, very well-known folk song, especially to the truther community.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I when my wife at that time, she was working at Brown University in Rhode Island, and she was working with a group of people who kind of worked with NASA, and they were on grants with NASA and things, and she was asking a lot of questions, so that's why she knew about it,
Um,
because things weren't adding up. So then she told me about it, and right there and then things changed.
okay.
I was a little bit more gung-ho about it than her, a little bit more vocal, but things changed definitely.
So and timeline wise, that was like
eight
was that
years ago.
yes, but that was that around the same time that you had your tumor?
No, no, see, I had in
That was
2017, I
2022.
got diagnosed with epilepsy because I had
Okay, that's right.
seizures, but it was a definite, it was a way different, it was the opposite part of the year, you know what I mean? It was
Okay,
more
okay.
towards, yeah.
I gotcha. I didn't know if that tied into that at all. Um, yeah, so, a couple other people I can think of that are, like, big name artists that, talk about stuff like this be like, Lord Jamar, Vinnie Paz, stuff like that. You know
B.O.B. used to a lot.
what's that?
B.O.B. was
B.O.B. Oh,
actually,
that's right, B.O.B.
B.O.B. was a big part to my wife waking up to things as well.
Okay.
Which I didn't even listen to him like that, and I never really have until more recently,
He's
honestly.
underrated, yeah, he's definitely underrated,
He's definitely dope.
yeah. But what was the name of the song you mentioned, that was more well known in that, in 2017 that came out?
It's called hashtag poison.
Oh, hashtag poison. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Let's play a snake.
And then there's after that, I should have named it That Poison, which they even asked me in the studio, and my wife, are you sure you shouldn't name it That Poison? But I decided to name it Poison, you know.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
it's
because it's under that
there's
poison.
yeah,
Look.
it is Under That Poison.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, on YouTube, it probably is a
It
couple
is, that's what
different
I was
ones.
looking for, the
Yeah, there's
video.
a couple different videos on there. I
Okay.
never really started promoting with YouTube too much until more recently. I've been on there with my new music videos, and
Yeah.
it's been pretty good. But before that,
Yeah, YouTube's huge. I'm not sure as far as, like, payout, but, supposedly well, for a long time, they were the best paying platform, but I don't make any money off anything, so I wouldn't know. But this is a
we're we're doing pretty good just in general with the company and the music right now. We've
let's
been
go.
very fortunate. So
Yeah,
it's
the
good.
merch is a big part of that probably, right?
The merch is a tremendous part of it right
Yeah.
now with the way that the music has turned into the music and this whole awakening, helping others wake up to things, and just the Tinfoil Hat Factory. We're internationally known for sure. We send out internationally like all week,
Mhm,
oh, a lot of the time. And it's been going on for a while. We've had our LLC and trademark, and
mhm.
we are those people. So
That's it. You deserve it though. That's awesome. Uh,
thank you.
yeah. So I'm gonna play a snippet of this. That's
Uh,
right. Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't get a flu shot.
All propaganda must be popular, and its intellectual level must be adjusted to the most limited intelligence among those it is addressed to. Consequently, the greater the mass it is intended to reach, the lower its purely intellectual level will have to be. But if, as in propaganda for sticking out a war, the aim is to influence the whole people,
Is that your wife?
That is my wife.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Thank you.
we must
It's
avoid excessive intellectual demands on our public, as too much caution cannot be extended in this direction. The more modest its intellectual balance, the more exclusively it takes into consideration the emotions of the masses, the more effective it will be.
that poison.
That was kind of a shocker. Just she's reading that quote, and then it's like Adolf Hitler. It's like, oh, whoa, okay.
You know that was Adolf Hitler then, right? Yeah.
I didn't know that
Yeah,
until.
yeah, that is. It was in his book Mein Kampf.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it actually that year that happened, it ended up being able to be used. What was the name?
Public domain.
Yeah, public domain. So we jumped on it.
Oh, I gotcha. I did
Yeah.
the same thing with Mickey Mouse when that became a thing. All right,
But
crazy. I'm sorry.
this is definitely what did it, changed everything around. Even we shot some music videos a
Uh huh.
couple months ago. I just released a music video with Marv One. And then I'm not sure if you checked that out, but it's
No, I
free.
hadn't. I didn't.
And then a couple months before that, a couple months in when was it? The end of July, I released a dope video too. You should definitely check those out.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it? What's the? Should I skip over
What
that
one should I do? Let's go to Just Fine.
one? Okay. Can do.
PC's Just Fine. Yeah.
Okay. Was your name always PCs?
Yeah, I've had some other names in the past, but
Okay.
it's just with my name,
Yeah.
Paul Christopher Caesar II. I just changed up the words instead of C's with a C. I spelled it with an S.
Oh,
Just
okay.
it's a multiple. Yeah.
A double entendre.
It's like my dad always said, procrastination is the assassination of motivation. Forward motion. Got a smile ear to ear, but it's clear what it's from. California's on fire while it's sitting in sun. Victims waiting for the reinforcements to come. All I see is 50 Swifties beating the same drum. Now the evidence is gone, it's funny, so are the drones. Back to being told the line starts back at the cones. Eyes blurry on a mission at the end of the road. 15-minute cities want you stuck in your home. So many depressed, so many feeling alone. Boy, it's filled, but wait, whatever happened to Combs and families in North Carolina are cold? You don't see it no more, you only think of what you show. Cars sitting for hours just to get propane. Is sick of government's lying and ain't no main. And if you're thinking that I'm lying, someone please explain why all the great restarts started the same. Fix a broken string right quick with the right pick. Keep on smoking up all night, then hit the light switch. Never getting low again, inhale, then blow it to the sky. Day in the life of my kind. The water from the fountain of youth has been dried. I seek perfection I won't reach, but I'm trying. It's steep, but I believe I gotta keep on climbing. No, I'm never getting low again, I'll be just fine. In
Mandatory copyright pause. Yeah, that's fire though. I did see the snippets of it on your Instagram. You're originally from White Plains, New York.
Yeah, I was born in White Plains, New York.
Hmm. So when did you move to Detroit? Was that like
Oh
before?
man, I see. It's so complex. It's a very long story.
Oh. I mean, you don't have to get into it if you don't want to, but
No, I know I can get into a little bit. Break it down. I was born in White Plains, New York, which is right outside of New York City, Westchester County. The Lost Borough is what a lot of people call it.
yeah.
And I was 2. I moved to Colorado,
Oh,
Denver.
wow. That's where I'm from.
Really?
Originally. Yeah, I'm in Louisiana.
Where?
I'm in Louisiana now. I've been here like 20 years, so it's like half and half.
And I have mile high tatted on my arm. But I moved to
Cool.
Denver and stayed there with my mom and my dad till I was about 7. I went to a couple different schools out there.
Mhm.
And then when I was 7, I moved back to New York with just my mom
Mhm.
and my new stepdad at the time, almost. And that time I would go back and forth from Colorado and New York to see my dad in summers and vacations and whenever. And it was like 13, 6th, 7th grade. I decided I was going to move back to Colorado
Yeah.
and be with my cousins and everything out there. And started school out there. Then my dad decided we were moving to Michigan.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because he had a girlfriend in Colorado that was originally from Michigan. So we moved to Michigan then.
Okay.
But then I was bounced back. I stayed there for 3 years and I bounced back, go back to New York.
Mhm.
And I was staying in New York and in New York, I started in Michigan with writing and stuff and becoming a rapper, an MC when I was way young. I decided when I was freshman in high school, I was like, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I really came up with it because I left Michigan and out in New York is where I did it a lot. But then I moved back to Michigan when I was 17.
Mhm.
And you can hear it in that song, December 4th, 2002. I moved back from New York to Michigan after I dropped out of school, started a job, and then boom, that accident took place.
Right when
So,
you're about to like, hit the ground running as an adult. Yeah, that's
but
crazy.
even after that, there was a lot of back and forth between Michigan and New York, just ongoingly back and forth. And then it changed into me actually moving to Colorado and then back to New York and back to Michigan and then back to New York. And
Yeah,
then I met my wife. She's actually from Albuquerque, New Mexico,
just
and
throw another one in there.
yeah, she grew up out there.
Yeah.
She was born in Colorado, actually, but
Hmm.
she stayed there first. She was very, very young. She moved to Albuquerque, stayed there. We met on MySpace back in the day.
Yeah.
She was big into hip hop. Her and her sister, they were involved with Shade 4 5. Actually, they
Ah.
were with CNC, the little
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. They went up to the show a couple times, but
Nice.
we ended up talking on there, and then after a month she moved from Albuquerque to New York, and we lived together since then, and that was in 2009.
Hmm.
But we've lived in Michigan before, and then we left Michigan, went to Providence, Rhode Island, and
Hmm.
that's when things got crazy with the music out there as well. I was just rocking all over New England and
Yeah.
Providence and like Maine and Boston and New Hampshire and Vermont and just everywhere, Connecticut, back at home in New York.
Hmm.
It was real dope out there too. I'm saying that just we've been all over the place. We didn't stop.
Yeah.
Then even back out to Colorado, and then we moved to Albuquerque for 2.5 years. Then moved back to Michigan. Then all this shit happened.
Y'all
Then
can't
all
stay
this shit
still.
happened.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now I own a house in Michigan.
Hmm.
So I'm Metro Detroit. So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
I was gonna ask you something about the difference between, New York and Michigan, but then I'd have to ask you about everything else.
No, it's so
But no, yeah.
distinct. I know. I'll try not to have such
No, no,
long
no. No, no,
answers.
no, no, you're good, you're good, you're good. No, it's interesting. It's, part of your backstory that people wanna know. So, yeah, for sure. Um, I've never been to Detroit. My mom's from she lived in Ann Arbor for a good while when she was a kid.
I'm very familiar with Ann Arbor.
Yeah,
I've lived in Ann Arbor as well.
yeah, yeah. And my dad was, in Gary, Indiana for most of his life
Mm.
as a kid, which isn't there, but it's close. So, yeah, do you want me to keep playing this one or
You could switch it up, or
okay,
no, you don't have to keep
and what was
playing.
the other one that you wanted me to
You don't have to play another one, but
well,
it's
no, you mentioned another song I wanted to
yeah, me and Marv One. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him. He's
yeah,
a
more
very talented man. He's dope. It's called Too Late. There it is, right there. We released this.
there we
This
go.
is a very
No, 3
um
weeks ago you dropped this, huh?
yeah, this is a very, very, very controversial song. You'll probably have to start it over from the beginning,
Yeah,
honestly.
okay.
And
So
I
this
haven't even really started the promotion with this yet. I'm about to go crazy with it. I've released it on YouTube and promoted it crazy in there, but I haven't even dropped it yet on
okay.
Facebook or Instagram, really, just little clips of it. So I'm about to get into that. It's good.
Is this Gaza here?
Yeah, it is actually.
Okay. Controversial coming up.
Free Palestine. They said never again, but it's happening now. I hope that it's settling in for you act all proud of the country that you live in, cause your country allowed what they said they wouldn't, then they even took a bow. I'm just saying, how could you not see what I see when your TV can even showing in 3D, it's all rubbish. These leaders should all take a leave, cause by fall, I'm guaranteeing skeleton trees with nothing to rake. Bombs detonate, warheads go ballistic. Tycoons playing war games, they sick and sadistic. 5-star ranks grenade, change your life in an instant. While the banks are getting paid for providing the tanks. As another one faint, skin and bone, nothing on the plate. Elite feast while children have been eating crumbs in weeks. Let's be real, they're sent to camps with no tents to die. Just ain't war, it's genocide.
If you hear
Mandatory pause break. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it so far. I don't want to say it, in case something crazy happens after this. But yeah, I'm with it. You never know. Like you co-sign somebody and then they come out and say, do some Kanye type stuff. But yeah. So all this footage and stuff, was that? Did you have someone that went to Palestine, or what does it get?
No, a lot of it is footage that see, it's crazy. I shot this video before the other one, but I released the other one first, and this took a little bit more time. I sat with the editor and everything, and so a lot of it is B-rail.
Right.
But everything else, me and Marv, we went to green screen, actually shot everything in front of a green screen, which was pretty interesting. So
yeah, it looks dope though. The video's dope, and the song.
nice, yeah.
Who does your beats, by the way? Is it just like a bunch of different people, or?
This beat right here is produced by Marv One himself, actually.
Okay, very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to him. Everybody go check him out.
Yeah, me and Marv have started a relationship. We have my new record is actually going to be solely produced by him.
Oh, wow.
Marv is an amazing artist. He's been dope for fucking ever, and he's just doing great things.
Yeah.
A Detroit legend, internationally known legend for sure. Check him out.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's get back into it.
not alarmed, then it's too late. Everybody, you put your trust in is Two-Face. Keep your grass low, you dealing with a few snakes. The fate of the world is hanging by a shoelace.
If you're getting out of line, then it's too late. They want you thinking there ain't peace, you gotta choose hate. Most be sleeping through it all, too blinded to wake. The fate of the world is hanging by a shoelace.
I'm watching what they want us to believe is the news. At some point in your life, you stop being a fool and realizing that the things that they teach in the school is blinders. Take them off and start seeing the views. Cause war is big business. You get a couple extra points for the big fishes. They make you believe that everybody live vicious, and then civilians end up in the big ditches. Go figure, now they got the suckers talking. One flick to a powder keg is enough to spark it. And not one day in my overweight, dark-skinned life did I ever think I'd agree with Tucker Carlson. That's how I know we in the end of the
Exactly. That was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marv got bars for sure. He's are you familiar with Marv?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, because
Top
in hip hop,
tier battle, yeah, for sure. He's
Yeah.
definitely-
you know how it's like gatekeepy people are in hip hop and stuff. If I say I'm like a fan of somebody and I don't know their whole catalog inside and out, like what?
Yeah,
You don't know that?
100 for sure.
All right, let's keep it going.
days. It's a rat race cause we in a maze, and the fat ones keep getting paid. So when the missile starts to light up our skies, don't worry, your life has already been appraised. If you hear that alarm, then it's too late. Everybody, you put your trust in is Two-Face. Keep your grass low, you dealing with a few snakes. The fate of the world is hanging by a shoelace.
If you're getting out of line, then it's too late. They want you thinking there ain't peace, you gotta choose hate. Most be sleeping through it all, too blinded to wake. The fate of the world is hanging by a shoelace.
Man, stop acting like a hero when you been afraid. You done drank it, why would they send the lemonade? You think it's too hot now to attend parades? When they put the missiles in the sky, we gon' be in the shade. So make peace with whoever you pray to. Allah, Jesus, I wanna see if they gon' save you. And you don't get no extra honor for being a martyr. Everybody on the front line was brave too.
If you still don't see it, then it's obvious you got no wits. It's Gaza that's been turned into Auschwitz. 2 feathers, 1 bird, same consequence. You best believe no matter what, we got a Black Hawk down. And it's sick, you know they wouldn't let a cash cow drown. So every day buildings crumble in cities and towns. Israel, the best advice I could give to you, tell Benjamin Netanyahu to repent to Yahusha.
If you hear that alarm, then it's too late. Everybody, you put your trust in.
Was that the controversial part?
I would say all of the
Yeah,
whole song is right there to be claimed as controversial, you know,
yeah,
but definitely that line is a tough one right there.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I didn't find anything I disagreed with. So
Heavy bar, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Do you feel like you might be on some kind of list or something?
Well, like I was telling you before earlier, my wife and I, we have Instagram as well as
Hmm.
various other places, and shadow ban like crazy on
Mm, yeah,
Instagram. We've had several TikTok accounts where we've had just tens of thousands of followers, up near to 100, and just we've been deleted off of there.
dang.
And but right now, you know, we're doing very well on Facebook, like we have been. Is definitely um gotten better on Facebook for sure. My wife is crushing it on there with her page, and just us as a company slash record label slash me as the hip hop artist and
Hmm.
doing what we're doing all together. It seems to be, you know, the way that we should keep rolling with
You're
it,
going the
and that's
right
what we're
direction.
gonna
Yeah,
do. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
And big up to everybody who has a part in everything, you know, from the producers to, you know, studio to my wife, though, for sure. As we've talked about, I'm a quadriplegic,
Hmm.
and she helps with just everything.
Yeah,
'Cause there's not very much that, um, I don't want to say that I could do, but pretty much,
that
you
you need
know.
help with. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That is a blessing for sure. That y'all have each other. So yeah, it's a special thing. Um, says the lonely me over here. So, what you said you're working on another album coming up?
Yeah, I've been writing it. I haven't taken any of it to the studio. I haven't really talked about it too much, but
Mm,
it's the third edition to Tinfoil Hat Facts.
volume 3. Okay.
It will be volume three. I will actually, it's gonna be called Recovery in Wonderland,
Ah,
and it's produced by Marv One.
right.
So that's the plan on that for sure. And it's definitely dope. It's coming together. It's solely produced by him. We're still putting it together. We were just gonna drop an EP with it and had 7 tracks that I was gonna do, and then I was like, no.
Need to say more.
And yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely more. And then it went to more. So it's gonna be really good. I'm looking forward to recording it.
Yeah. So, you're still in the recording process, so you don't have an idea when that'll be dropping, or?
I'm not too sure. I'm thinking next year, maybe March.
Mhm.
And that is, and I don't quote me. I'm not too sure. It's just because I'm not even done promoting or releasing projects off of Facts on Facts.
Right, right. That
You
just came
know,
out, so yeah.
yeah, I've released two. I released it the end of August, so it's been out a little bit, but I've separated the projects that I've released just fine, which is also a big up to my dude DJ Noriega
Yeah,
out in Cali. He produced that as well as a couple other joints on there that are just fire.
cool.
And we got some new videos. Big up to Afro Productions. We're shooting both those videos you saw by them. We're gonna be shooting some more videos for
Yeah, that was dope.
those tracks that are
Mhm.
on there. And I might even take it back and drop a video from the first one because I didn't do any videos for that. So we'll see
Videos,
what
I think, are
happens.
always a good idea, Just,
Yeah.
people like to see that visual, and it helps the videos are dope like that too, so yeah. Um,
It's just been, you know, you gotta people, I'm not sure. They probably do if they know me and my situation, but
mhm.
like I was at physical therapy today and I just do so much, so many different things, and I'm just drained and
Yeah,
writing and just I'm going very hard right now, and
you gotta have a period of
it
rest at
feels
some point.
good.
Yeah,
What was that you said?
and you gotta have a period of rest at some point, here and there. just to
Yeah,
like recoup. But
a little bit of rest.
yeah, as long as it keeps you motivated and keeps you pushing, I mean, that's really, what's kind of got you to where you are now.
And that's that I haven't stopped pretty much.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know if I was even going to be able to make music again.
Right. Because they said that.
No, that was in
Oh,
2002
well,
they
yeah,
said that, but
again,
me
that happened all the way
personally,
over again.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just like I didn't know, and
Mm.
I was only gonna record one song, and the engineer, the guy, my producer, one of my producers, Chuck Alkazian over at Pro Sound Studios, he was like, "Yo, this is dope. You got to keep going." And I dropped the EP, then this another EP. Now I'm doing this EP. So it's back to like I was younger,
Yeah.
kind of. There's still the same type of hunger, and I'm even going harder at it because I would rock all over the place. And it's been a while since I was performing, but I am setting a goal to maybe perform 2026. I have a nice new catalog of music that I
Hmm.
think would be because my diaphragm is different now that I've had this injury from spinal cord injury and I don't breathe the same. So
Your voice is different.
it,
Yeah.
yeah, and my voice is very similar, but it is different. Um, it's just hard, and me being in a chair, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think I have a good chance of
I think
rocking
people
the
would definitely
shit.
come see it. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that'd be dope.
but definitely. And that would be in the Detroit area that you would do that.
Yeah, you never know though, but probably I was started off back in Detroit. This is where I really first started coming up in
Hmm.
Detroit, and I'm talking about like right on Cass, like Albans, a spot called Albans. Proof owned that spot,
Yeah.
and I'm very honored to start off out there and just all over out here. And then I went to New York, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or just back and forth, but I'm glad that I'm back here and we're living out here and things are okay.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Have you just real quick? Have you ever had an artist like it's kind of like someone that's that or have looked up to, like reach out to you about your music and be like, hey, I really mess with this. Da da da.
Yeah, definitely. The more than you would think, and
Oh, a lot of
because yeah, definitely. And not even just artists, we're even underground artists for
yeah,
sure reach out to me. And my wife Crystal and we're on Facebook a lot. That's really a strong point where we get to reach out to get to people. Like my
yeah.
wife drops videos and like every single one of her video, my music's behind it. And check her out, Crystal Caesar. Um
Okay.
and that's a big promotion spot. And just a lot of people reach out consistently through messages and even our webpage. And it's really good to supply and the community of the truther community and
Right.
see our product and what we stand for really being spread all over the world by everybody. So, and we're only expecting bet, better things to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. You're on that trajectory, so that's dope.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no, don't say that. You are. But I'm gonna add your Facebook to the description too. I almost forgot about that. Let's see.
Yeah.
But can you do me one favor before we head out?
Yeah.
Could you give me a quick drop? Just say this is PCs. You're listening to the Rap Yard podcast, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
This is PC's, the Tinfoil Hat Factory, chilling, Rap Yard podcast, baby. We here doing it. Big up to everybody. Check us out.
Fire. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on. It was very interesting and
Yeah.
very enlightening. And everyone go follow PCs on all the things and run it
Please
out.
do so.